Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us here at Transwest Truck Trailer RV of Frederick, Colorado. My name is Michaela. We just got in this brand new 2026 Chris Burandt horsepower. This one is a 35-foot gooseneck, so it is the longest gooseneck size here in just their standard options. Obviously, you can go full custom and order longer if you need to, but for standard inventory sizes, this is their longer one, and this one does have the fuel cell on it. So I've been getting that question a lot. I've been looking at your Chris Burandts, does it have a fuel cell? Not a lot of ours have had that. So this one I noticed does have it, so I'm real excited to show it to you guys, walk you guys through it. Again, it is your Chris Burandt package. So you're gonna have your white exterior sheeting up here with the logo in blue on this one. I really like the blue color the best. I think that looks really sharp, really pops on the white. And then we do have our black tread bright down below. So rather than just your standard silver aluminum color, went ahead and painted that black. Tons of marker lights on that bottom rail as well as your top rail. So Chris Burandt really wanted these things lit up, knowing that you're gonna be starting early in the morning, finishing late in the evening. It's gonna be dark at both of those times. So he wanted lots of visibility to where you can see it pulling behind you though as well. So marker lights top and bottom rail, just so you can see it in your mirrors. See when you're turning up and winding up those mountain roads, you know where it is, you can watch the edges of the road, but then also just visibility so that you guys can see what you're doing when you're loading and unloading your sleds. We do have a spread axle, so it helps with your weight distribution. Takes a little bit of that tongue weight off the truck when we do a spread. Just helps pull a smoother ride. And this one does have upgraded 7,000 pound Dexter torsion axles. So a lot of them come standard with 6. This one did come standard with 6 as well. We went ahead and upgraded to 7,000 pound axles, knowing this is a longer trailer. You're gonna put a lot of sleds on this guy. Just give you some extra carrying capacity. And then the black spoke aluminum wheels. With your Burandt package, you're gonna have your two-tone. So finishing back here at the back, we have our dark gray, looks kind of like a charcoal, non-metallic, so it's a matte color, but this is gonna be your second two-tone color back here. And then we have a bunch of our toggle switches right here. You guys can control a lot of your lights with this. You can also toggle on your reverse lights. So down on your bottom rail, your white, your clear lenses, you can toggle on and off back here, as well as these scene lights back here, and some of your interior lights are also controlled off of those, as well as interior switches. But these are those big, I think they're 24-inch scene lights up there, and they are bright. They are so bright that if you get closer, you can actually hear them. They are so loud. They put off a lot of light, hard to even look at them, but that's gonna get you guys that visibility back here over your ramp when you're loading and unloading. And before we step in, I'm just gonna go ahead and flip up this ramp. So I like to demonstrate so you guys know what you're getting into. I'm not sure I've sold one of these to a customer. I think I've sold one to a customer that came on the lot and walked through them first. Most of them I've just shipped mostly up to Minnesota for you guys up north. So you're watching these videos and just getting it delivered to your house. So I want to demonstrate and show you guys that these rear ramps and that front side ramp works so much better than previous Burandt models with other manufacturers. I know that was one of the biggest complaints that I heard, and people had always asked me, besides the fuel cell, was how easy are these rear ramps? I guess they had some hinges that just didn't work very well. This one you can do it one-handed. I think the cables are finally gonna help it pull up the rest of the way, but pretty easy to do that with just one hand, guys. Especially at the end of a long day, I'm sure you're exhausted. I don't go snowmobiling personally, but my brother does, and I know if you go all day long, you're gonna be exhausted. Probably same as riding a horse, right? The last thing you wanna do is get back here and have to deadlift a ramp up in the air to get going, get home, get some dinner. So these guys work really well. I have to kind of pull on it to get it down too. They really want to help get it closed for you guys. So really easy to use. And as you guys get up in here, you'll notice we have the caliper grips on the ramp. So these are going to help give you some traction. Obviously these sled trailers are deck overs, so they kind of are way up in the air. You're still going to want to get a running start, but your caliper grips are going to give you some traction climbing up into this trailer. Back here at the back, we have floor drains. So that's gonna be this guy right here. You guys just pull those out, and then you have floor drains. Part of that Burandt package is that you also have one of these up front. So standard on a horsepower or Zebros, you'll get them back here, but Chris went ahead and added them up at the front on his package as well. So keeping that clean and getting your floors drained all the way with that guy. And then as you're just taking it all in, we have a lot of different fold down benches, fold down tables, workstations, whatever you guys are going to use them for. All really well spread out though. They're not all on top of each other. There's gonna be a lot of good distance in between them. That's gonna be really important for you guys when you're getting ready in the morning. You've got all your gear spread out. You've got your coats, your jackets, your pants, all of that spread out here. You've got your smaller items, your helmets, your goggles, your gloves, your mittens up here. That way you're not having to get dressed on top of each other. You can really spread out all your gear, take your time, get organized. Your buddies can be over there, back here. You'll all have space. So that was really important and really well laid out. And then as we go, I'll just show you guys that they all do fold up. So you're gonna have one of your benches right here. This leg clips in. And then you have this rubber piece up here that's gonna just hold it shut. So everything is gonna fold flat against the wall as well. So it can be wide open in here for all of your sleds. Over here, you're gonna have that table clips up. Also works as like a workbench because it is located right next to your oil caddy. But before we get to that, I don't wanna pass these by. These are gonna be your dual thermostats for your heaters. Your hot dog heater, which is your 75,000, and then your regular furnace at a 40,000 BTU. Both of those are controlled back here. And then this light switch right here does your two big lights that are straight down the center of the ceiling there, those big guys. So that light switch controls those. Those are also very bright and getting some light directly over, especially combined with the lights down that top rail and then down your bottom as well. You're gonna have tons of visibility in here. And I did get a comment on Instagram. I think one of my Instagrams, some guy was commenting on how nice it would be to have that much light when you're getting ready. So that was a feature that he had noticed within this space as well. While you guys are down low, take a look at that airliner track. We have that down both sides. Right here, you guys are looking at these clips. So these clips can be moved into any of these spaces. So you guys can utilize these wherever you need to. If you load sleds differently in the evening when you're done riding than you did in the morning getting ready, doesn't matter. You guys can move these wherever you need to get your sleds tied down properly. Some outlets back here. Got a lot of outlets in this trailer as well. But back to our oil caddy, right next to that fold down table right there. So if you're using that as a workbench, you have spaces up here for all of your oils and WD-40s. We have a shelf right here that can fit some of the two-stroke as well in here, and it has that lip to it, so it's not gonna go ahead and jump off there. It's a nice big deep lip as well. It's not just a little guy. So everything's gonna stay down in there. And then down below, this is removable. So if you guys are looking for a spot to hang shop rags right there, shop towels, you can take that off and slide your roll on there and then put it back in. That's gonna be a perfect spot to hang those guys. You can just pull them off right there. Up above, we've got another hanger up here. So a big clothes bar up top. It's really important for you guys to be able to hang up all your gear at the end of the day, get it dried out. So we've got a big clothes bar up here and then a max air fan back here. So ventilation is going to be big in these as well, especially talking about those two furnaces. You guys get those cranked up. You're going to need somewhere for that air to go rather than just stay stagnant in here. So we've got one located back here as well as one up at the front as well. Working our way up this side, we've got a lot of cabinetry. So I've got these lids flipped open. These ones are just gonna be storage cabinets. There's no heat or venting within these. So this is just gonna be your storage space right here. And the lids are on a gas shock. So I think that's really nice that it's gonna fold up out of your way and stay up there. That way you're not having to hold it open while you shove stuff in here. That gas shock's gonna keep it open for you. And then they just shut just like that. So you're just pushing that guy to release that. Those pop open, throw your stuff in there, and then go ahead and shut them. And then down below, lots and lots of coat hooks, and then evenly spaced outlets as well for your avalanche bags. That was a big component of the Burandt feature, was tons of coat hooks to hang up everything. You want to separate your gloves, your mittens, your hats, your jackets, your pants, let them all air dry and spread out. You and all your buddies, right? This one's a 35-foot model, so lots of coat hooks. And then chargers if you are hanging your avalanche bags on there and you do need to charge them. Also be charging walkie-talkies, your Garmin's, your GPS trackers, all those things. So I know my husband uses them in hunting. So getting those guys charged. Up here we have a shelf, another lip on it as well. So whatever you set down in here, maybe set some helmets in there. Also, it does have an outlet up here. So another place if you do want to charge some walkie-talkies or your in-reaches from up there, you can do so. we'll jump down below before I finish this cabinet space because we're gonna pass by this bench right here. Just another horizontal one right here for you guys. These legs do fold in. Everything's pretty easy to use, especially if you do have your gloves on still. You wanna get everything opened or closed, you can do all of this with your gloves. It's not like you need to go pulling that stuff off to get anything to work. You can do it with gloves on. And then right here we do have a frameless window. So these guys are just gonna spin and open up for you. So again, a ventilation, a point of ventilation right here. We do have those furnaces favored up front, so they're blowing this direction. We're gonna wanna be able to push and let some of that air out. If you do start your sleds, you have exhaust fumes, you want those to vent out. We've got one of those windows there as well as the opposing side. But coming back up here, we've got two more of our cabinets right here. Same thing we've looked at back there. These are not heated or ventilated. They're just good storage cabinets with your gas shocks up high. Continued with those coat hooks and chargers for avalanche bags down below. Go ahead and flip this bench up as well as we continue forward. And then to my left, we're gonna have another, that one's gonna be a little difficult in the cold for me, but we have another window over here for ventilation as well as your fuel access door. So I have had that question as well. If it doesn't have a fuel cell, does it have the fuel access door where you do not have to unload your sleds at the fuel station to get them fueled up? All of them are gonna have this. So guys, go ahead and pull through the gas station and you can flip that nozzle right through here. Fuel up all your sleds without having to unload them. As we continue forward, another closed hanging bar up top here. So lots and lots of hanging space in here, lots of lights. Those are very big key features that he had to have. And obviously he had to have them because he uses these trailers and he knows what you guys need as customers. And then we have like a sled hoist right here up at the front. So you guys can, if you need to work on them, just crank them up and that will hold your sleds up for you guys to work on them. Over here, another fold down bench. And then right here, we've got a storage compartment, a couple chargers, and then your touch screen radio. So I had that comment as well in one of my videos, was he was wanting to have one of these so that he could listen to his jams. So if you guys are getting dressed, unwinding for the day, and you do want to crank your tunes, you have a touchscreen radio, your Alpine speakers all built in here. Continuing forward, more coat hooks, lights, and chargers. And then up front, this is going to be where we get to those heated and ventilated cabinets. So I've got these two spread wide open right now, as you can see everything that's in this space. This cabinet does have your furnace blowing into it, but it also has outlets for ventilation. So whatever heat comes up in here does allow to push out of there. And that's really important, so we're not just pushing hot air into your wet clothing. That's really not going to help dry it out. So you have shelves right here to lay items out. You also have this big space over here to throw everything in there. These are also just on your gas shocks, those cabinet doors, very easy to use. Your 75,000 hot dog heater up here. Your 40,000 BTU furnace pumps out of here. And then also while you're down there, this is that front floor drain. That's part of that Burandt backcountry package. So that way you're not having to run everything to the back. You have that drain up at the front as well. You got your boot dryer over here. That lid's on a gas shock as well. This is also heated and ventilated. So your furnace is pumping into this space. You can separate all your boots out on those posts right there. And then it's ventilated. So anything is gonna push out of here as well. Again, we're not just pushing hot, stagnant air into a space with all of your wet gear. Up here, we have this nice carpet. So if you guys are looking to spend the night in this trailer, you're using it for camping in the summertime, you have this wide open space up here. You can throw a mattress up there very easily. We've got those frameless windows on each side for ventilation. And then up at the front, we are looking at your breaker panel. We've got an outlet up there. We've got our inverter, we've got a speaker, and then we also have our panel that tracks our solar. So part of that backcountry package is you are getting a solar panel on top of this trailer. So right now everything's running off of battery. It is pretty cloudy out there right now, but when the sun does come out, you're gonna be able to have your solar panel up there that's keeping those batteries topped off and maintained when you are running all of these lights. So that's part of his package as well. But again, summering out of this trailer would be great as well. If you guys are hunting, you want to throw some cots in here, you and all your buddies, instead of sleds, you're throwing your UTVs, side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes. This is a very long floor length to work with. It's all lined and insulated in here, so it's going to be really comfortable in the summer as well as the winter. Again, we've got the furnaces in here. We've got that max air fan. We've got a second one back here. So in the summertime, you just want some air moving. You can open up all your windows, open up those max air fans. So it's going to be a really great multi-use trailer. It's not just for sleds, especially if you are buying it for sleds. You need to convince your buddy to go partnership on it, talk him into the fact that you can use it during the summer too. This is a really well set up trailer. Front side ramp exit right here has your caliper grips as well. So if your buddies are at the back of the trailer and they're still getting ready and you're ready to jump your sled out of here and get going without them, they're just taking too long, you have this exit right here. And I'll go ahead and flip this guy up as well. So you guys can see we've only got the one cord on that side, that one cable assist over there, but it still works. Make sure I don't catch my door right here. Still works very easily. So you're not going to be deadlifting that ramp up at the end of the day. But another one of those 24-inch scene lights up high. So you have your visibility over there. Our man door access right here. Just like to point out, you don't have to drop either of those ramps to climb in this trailer if you don't have to. You're running through a fuel station, you're going to throw your nozzle through your fuel access door, and then you need to get in there and fill them up. You just step right in here. It's got a fold down step. It's got a handle here, and then we do have a handle on the inside of the door as well. So you guys can, when you're jumping up inside this trailer, I know they're way off the ground, you can have those two handles right there. We do have 7,000 pound axles, so your GVWR on this one is 18,060. Now up front is where we're gonna find that fuel cell. You're gonna have a 50-gallon fuel tank with it, and then you've got a 12-volt pump in here. So this is gonna be your nozzle. This is your point where you fill it right here. You guys can fuel all your sleds right off of here as well. If you do go for a long weekend, you can fill them up at the gas station before you go, but then have this as a backup, or with your toys, your ATVs, your side-by-sides, your dirt bikes, all that right there. We have our gauge, so you guys can read how much is left in your fuel tank as well. But again, it's a 50-gallon tank, so you'll have quite a bit of fuel capacity on board with you. Coming up front, we do have a single electric over hydraulic jack, so that is controlled right there. And then we have this front garage door. So when you are traveling on snowy, icy, salty roads, all that backsplash coming up here is protecting everything behind this door. 2 batteries on board, which we're running off of right now with our battery disconnect being on. You guys, you want this on so that you can charge with that solar panel. But if you're gonna go inside, eat dinner, park for the night, not use anything, just kill that battery switch so you don't kill your batteries. Over here, 2 30-pound propane tanks. So we got fuel for your furnace right here. Part of that Burandt package is an extra shelf up here. So just for extra storage capabilities. I'm not sure what he stores up here. That would be a great question to ask him so I can do a better job with my videos for you guys. But if you have reasons, comment on my videos and tell me why you use these, why you like these, and I'll help incorporate that into my videos. But I think it's never a bad thing to have more storage, for sure. Over here we have our 7-pin, so this is going to plug into your tow vehicle. This is going to give you all your lights and your brakes as well. We do have electric brakes over here. And then part of your Burandt package is going to be your shore power. We've seen our shore power cord was up in the nose. This is where it plugs in. So he's relocated it from back there to up here. And I think that was a great move if you guys carry your portable gens in the bed of your truck. Because right now, if you think this is connected to the ball in the bed of your truck, so right here is your entire bed. If you have your gen sitting right here, you can easily just plug into right there with that shore power cord. You're not having to unload the generator, get it back there, or get an extension to run your cord back there. It's a much better location, keeps it dry, keeps it clean, and just prevents all of the road debris from getting in there when it's located tucked up under there as well. We've sold quite a few of these. We have a couple left. This one hasn't been spoken for yet. It just got here on Saturday, so it is currently still available. It's brand new, so you're getting an 8-year structural warranty and 2-year hitch to bumper. If you guys have any questions, you have a stock number up here. You can also click the link in the description of this video. I would love to help you guys out. Your stock number is going to be 5N260070. your brand new Chris Burandt package. Again, it's their 35 footer with a fuel cell. My name is Michaela. My phone number is 303-918-6367. It pops up on your screen as well. Feel free to call or text. I'd love to help you guys out. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.